Alrighty guys, so here is a quick video of this 52-inch Näve brand GE-vent fan. It's a fan I got off of Kleinanzeigen yesterday for about 10 euros. I didn't hook it up until today. But I did hang it up here. Unwired, of course. Reversible. Medium oak with stencil too. Plain oak on the other side. Originally, the plain side of the blades are facing down, but I decided to change them. In fact, I didn't even know that this thing had stencil blades on it until I didn't know this thing actually had stencil blades on it until I got it. Matter of fact, this thing was actually just sitting outside of the seller's porch because he wasn't there. He just told me to leave the money in the mailbox. So I just thought that was an interesting note. It's a pretty cool fan. It's I believe it's a GE-vent fan made in the 80s. Because I actually did see something like this similar. Also at the top of the motor, those motor vents on the top are kind of interesting. Look like a pool drain cover. Yeah. Well, enough yapping. Let's go and start this thing off on low. The pull chain feels really weak. This thing makes a noise that makes me think of old refrigerators. I don't know why. But it just does. So that's low speed. Also, this thing's blades are pretty wide, so it's moving a pretty good amount of air. This thing originally had a really long down rod on it, like maybe about a 3 or 4 feet long down rod. But I took it off and I replaced it with a shorter down rod from I took the down rod off of another fan. Listen to that. It's a really interesting noise that this thing is making. Let's go and turn it on medium now. This thing's a little bit wobbly, so I'm not going to keep it on medium for long, even though this thing, I did mount it quite well, so. It's crazy how I got this thing in Niggled. It's about 10 kilometers away from the town I live in. It's a really interesting fan. Even though it does wobble a little bit, it's not bad. I might actually even consider putting a light kit on this and putting it in the center of the room because it is roughly around, if not maybe like a few inches lower than this fan. I'm not thinking about that right now. As you can see, it does wobble a little bit. But this thing is cool. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm going to turn this thing up to high now. It's wobbling pretty badly. It's not too bad though. Piece of string that ended up on like this. Okay, yeah, this thing. Never mind, scratch that. This thing actually does have a pretty serious wobble to it. The worst part is I can't even fix it, and the reason why is because, well, the fan's blade brackets are kind of fragile, so I'm not gonna even take a yeah, this thing does move a really good amount of air on high. Let me turn it off real quick. So my thoughts and opinions on this thing. This ceiling fan reminds me of the kind of ceiling fans that you'd see in like a let's say like a house, a rural farmhouse or something out in the rural countryside on the East Coast or something. This fan is also the noise it makes, the motor noise, the humming noise. It's strangely, and I say this as heavily, I say strangely heavily here. This thing strangely reminds me of the kind of humming noises that like an older AC unit or like an older refrigerator or something would make. And also combined with the fact that the wood blades, some of the noise is also coming from the blades themselves. This fan honestly feels quite nostalgic, and also it looks really nice. The ceiling fan I'm actually going to keep with me if and when I actually do end up moving back to the US. I'll find a similar motor to it. But I'll keep the motor, I'll keep the blade, but I'll keep the entire fan actually, because this thing's pretty cool. This fan I'll be obviously keeping. That one, yeah. That one, no. That one over my bed, no. This one, maybe. But this fan is obviously being kept. Because it's pretty cool. That's what I'm trying to say. Jeez. But yeah, so thank you all for watching this video. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm getting another fan, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. It's going to be, this time it's actually going to be a very special ceiling fan, so I'm not even going to say the brand name, model name, not anything about it. Just, it's a really expensive designer fan. And it's also local to Germany, so. But yeah. Oh, jeez. But yeah. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this kind of ceiling fan, or on this ceiling fan specifically. Let me know about y'all's thoughts and opinions about this fan. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.